believe, right?
You gotta believe. I mean, look, I play and commentate a lot of Smash Bros, and let me tell you, upsets happen in the smallest of brackets, and by that I mean like best when your set is just best of 3. You know, things are rough. Upsets happen. You don't have enough time to do your thing, and these are best of 1s, man. Once you lose control of this game, that might be it for you. Upsets can happen here with the right awakenings and a little bit of good gameplay. We're starting off here, like you said, on Night Markets, getting our Twin Drive and our Siege Machine as our start. Juno picked. First pick here, though. We got Sphinx on the Juno. I mean, that is his main. It's not going to be banned out here as we're going to start off on this map. Yeah, full roster here for Demons RAAAAHHH. Possible good NASA players. Not 100%. Maybe I have to fact check myself later. We'll find out. But they get that first barrier here, not too difficult. Goomy hanging out in the mid section here, trying to get that speed gate. Dubu just doing Dubu things, letting the ball roll right through his ult because that's just how that character works. Sphinx almost had a situation where we grabbed that top barrier. Goomy, Ai.Mi is pretty good in a lot of situations, but she's a lot of offensive pressure. You spend all your cooldowns putting the ball forward, and if you don't have control, you'll have nothing to defend with. So you can get it around her sometimes. But we do have a lot of damage coming out here from Demons RAAAAHH. I mean, they're one of the best teams ever at coordinating damage, and we see it happening right now.
Yeah, as the flip comes out from Kainoob as well to actually secure that KO, and now Snake will be able to find that goal as well. Demons RAAAAHH taking a 1-0 lead. I do want to point out as well that Goomy is sitting on that Ai.Mi with a strike shot, so as proficient as Goomy is making use of a character like that, it is what you said as well, right? If the court does go around you, you don't have a lot of tools to really be dealing with that. And the cyber swipes, as Goomy has been using them pretty offensively this far, at this point of the game already as well, can be quite punishing if ever misused. But as it stands right now, Demons RAAAAHH not looking to make a lot of mistakes, if any, as they find another attack and another KO. Try to get the berry here, can actually just return the back-to-back KO immediately to extend their power play. But again, that strike shot Ai.Mi showing that little bit of lack of movement speed, a little bit of lack of mobility as the second barrier drops as well, and catMunch enjoyers now sitting in front of an open goal.
Yeah, I mean, we know Goomy is definitely the type of player to move up a whole lot here, though, and eject right on back. So those situations are not really going to be happening here with that strike shot. Ai.Mi possibly find themselves homeless in a lot of situations where they're trying to jump forward and make it happen. We'll almost have a goal here, though, from the side of catMunch enjoyers here. Spring rolls, if they can just hold on. Okay, completely staggered now. Gonna have to back up, grab an orb, play goalie for just a moment here. Jewish Asian moving up. Okay, gets kind of, not inted actually, but kind of really just made sure that we're not getting the ball over to Jewish Asian, who had that flip. Awkward angle there from Kainoob, but the goal is not going to go in just yet there, though. Okay, 2 situations they had, but blocked kind of perfectly here from Demons RAAAAHH. Going to get it in there. Snake with that barrier beam is really going to be tough to deal with here. Spring rolls can't seem to dribble the ball in this overtime situation. Down onto the blobs. I mean, Juno really good in overtime. Maybe we have a little bit of an advantage for the side of catMunchers in this overtime if they can hold on.
Yeah, they're gonna have to play in these fast-paced like situations as well, right? Trying to find ways around Snake and Kainoob here to really get a proper attack going, or get a lucky bounce, just like that as well, for catMunch enjoyers to actually even out this first set.
Guys, I mean, is that not exactly what we thought would happen? Goomy jumps forward, the team does not have control, and ball flies right on past Ai.Mi, who can't do nothing other than just hang out, maybe throw a strike shot, So we'll have to be a little bit more defensive here, possibly, from Goomy if we're going to be moving up. But that is, their prerogative is whatever they want to be doing here. Those spring rolls almost gets another barrier there with that flip, but finds himself at just about no health. And again, perfect coordination from Demons RAAAAHH is going to secure that kill as well. Okay, the combination of Kainoob and Snake is going to make things basically impossible for Jewish Asian to hold onto that last barrier here. Dubu ult onto the bottom side, but an instant pass up is going to clear that ult, no problem. And Demons RAAAAHH not even spending those like 2.5 or 3 seconds behind that Dubu Tofu Fortress.
Yeah, Dubu, one of those characters that you really have a difficult time going through But that means if you are able to play around them just as, pretty well, then the character is not really going to be able to deal with it. And Demons RAAAAHHH taking great use of that fact, getting that goal there as well. As again, they're going to be on the offense here. Snake tries to get the core forced in, but Sphinx actually doing a really good job in this midfield, holding off that core as much as he can. But Snake confirms it, makes use of this Asher picks, Kainu with flip in front of goal as well. Snake has a flip as well, but a great clear will actually send it away. This allows Snake from getting this flip to secure the goal here, as Spring Rolls is being put down onto Stagger, has to hold on for dear life, as Goomy actually takes its own barrier. Ooh. Second barrier going down as well, actually. catMunch enjoyers definitely going for a play here. Sphinx has a flip soon if he does want to use it, uses it, but gets answered immediately by Kainu, but now HP bars dropping again on the side of catMunch enjoyers.
Sphinx was actually just simply trapped in that situation. Cannot get past the Dubu, always getting punched in the face by Snake, gets staggered, but does find enough time to regenerate and grab an orb. That was a little interesting situation there. Okay, Goomy moving up pretty harshly now and gets the ball down to Snake with that bounce. I mean, yeah, those are some pretty big situations here that we'll be seeing out of Demons RAAAAHHH. They're going to do like really quick passes here, and we want to see catMunchers try their best to, you know, think about that situation. We do have, you know, Twin Drive on Sphinx. They can get around pretty nicely, so we'll have to see if they can just weather that storm and see if they can prevent those kinds of big passes from happening.
Yeah, but catMunch enjoyers very much not happy seeing Hotshot go already, because I feel like that would have been one of these awakenings that would have made it much simpler for Sphinx to be such a presence in the midfield, right? Be difficult to deal with. But it drops in this first awakening draft. Kainu picks it up swiftly as well. Great awakening for the now. And again, also a great deny off of the Juno. Other than that, peak performance, great pickup for Snake. And cooldowns all across the board a bit as well, as Spring Rolls also start sparking.
Okay, you know, interesting situation here now. Again, I'm not like NASA level game master player. I can't just sit here and like tell these players what they should or should be doing, but I feel like Jewish Asian and Spring Rolls, or sorry, Jewish Asian and Sphinx maybe should have switched off those two awakenings and let Jewish Asian have prime time and had Sphinx with the rapid fire, because I think most situations when you're like simply spamming your primary, it is better to have rapid fire, and then since the goalie is not just like usually spamming their primary and usually just kind of has time to wait, that's when the prime time is usually just like loaded up and ready to go. So not 100% about that, someone could correct me there, but it feels like that is maybe what should have happened. Sorry, I didn't commentate at all that point, but you know, I just kind of want to get that through.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with you, right? That the prime time does hold a lot of value when you need to get the abilities out quickly after each other, but you are able to have some downtime, so the goalie's going to be a bit better at using that. But I don't think in a situation like this the prime time would have mattered anyways, because the turrets, the Asher, just so much force going into Jewish Asian there, as both barriers end up dropping here. Holding on to dear life as it stands right now. Goomy also trying to get that flip out, not getting the value that he was looking for there though, as Kainu again is going to keep this core up, and the core's just continuously being held on the side of catMunch enjoyers. They just can't really seem to get an angle out of this strong offense from the side of Demons RAAAAHHH. They're really not giving him like a little bit of room, but a crucial blob from Sphinx will actually find one barrier. A nice pendulum swing from Spring Rolls will find the second one, as we're now on 2 open goals.
Ooh, tough situation there through that firewall sentry, but they do survive that moment here. Spring Rolls getting that speed to trying to get on through. Dubu-ish. Dubu a little bit there. Kind of got through, but not too bad of a situation. Sphinx goes for a big jump flip. Saves the goal, but not saves their own life. Snake finds the kill with that barrier beam and gets the point on through. And yeah, catMunch enjoyers still on the back foot here though, but I see signs of life for sure. I mean, they are sneaking away some of these barriers, and if they could just hold on to some of these open goals, I mean, they might find a situation in overtime to make it happen. But oh man, Snake finds a nice kill there with the secondary flip combo, and now it's even more difficult here for them with this power play going on.
Yeah, Demons RAAAAHH are not giving him any more space that they need to. And you can see it as well in the levels, right? The game has been so controlled from Demons RAAAAHH. Everyone, with the exception of Goomy, sitting on level 7, actually. Goomy's still sitting on level 6. But on this side of catMunch enjoyers, Spring Roll sitting on 4, and both Sphinx and Jewish Asian sitting on 5. They're just already down, on average, at 2 levels. And it's just going to continue to grow as Demons RAAAAHH will continuously find these strike order wins and find these sets.
Yeah, tough situation there for Jewish Asian and Spring Rolls. They were both hit pretty low, and neither of them knew which one of them should have grabbed the orb, and they were all just running around using evades. Tough spot when all the damage is just being placed onto your team. Demons RAAAAHH so very good at that. Now they get their first chance of awakenings here. Yeah, Asher grabbing Catalyst, really good. She's always in the fray, getting hit and doing a lot of like double hits as well. So it's so good to get a lot of that extra energy here. Nothing super good for the side of Juno here. No 1-2 punch. Doesn't even have like a dash perk that was stolen away there from Kainu, which was really nice. Going to affect him quite well on that now. And nothing else too notable here that's like pretty insane. But a lot of awakenings sort of feels like they missed there from catMunch enjoyers just from that specific draft.
Yeah, it was just so difficult for them to really get anything valuable as well, though, right? Because the awakenings have been denied away from the side of Demons RAAAH, all of the ones that did have some use, and even then, the awakenings on a baseline weren't really great for them as well. You do have the second Spark on Spring Rolls, but Sparkle Resilience was also in that draft, so even if they do find the set win, the best that Spring Rolls is going to be able to get is 3 Sparks. And Resilience, more notably, the one that is already out, meaning that that HP issue that he's currently dealing with is not going to be disappearing anytime soon.
Yeah, well said. I mean, the Spark of Resilience is certainly going to be one of the most valuable ones in this game, too. And yeah, out it goes. Spring Rolls can't seem to find a way to regenerate, though. This power play being a really difficult spot to deal with here. Okay, they do end up surviving, though. Honestly, getting a little bit inted by the Path Splitter is going to help Munchers get that one out of there. Okay, spends the strike shot, has a little bit of pressure here, but man, Kainu is putting on a clinic here over Sphinx with a lot of extra speed, but they do get a pass for just a moment here. Sphinx has a kind of a chance to get it to Spring Rolls, who has no health, and finds himself off the map. Really good kill there from Goomy to help clean that one up, taking the bottom side as well with that Firewall Sentry, and it's going to block off a pass completely, and they're gonna secure that goal because of it. I mean, we really just have Snake getting in there when they need to, and the Catalyst giving them even more energy than the opposing team can deal with.
Yeah, and a really clinical approach from Goomy there as well, by the way, because Duration didn't really have any clear angle. If you hit it down, you hit it into a glitch pop that sends it into the net. If you hit it up, it's going to go into the turret. So really an unsolvable clear there for the side of catMunch enjoyers as Demons RAAAH are just continuing to hold up the pressure. The Juno coming in, though, from Sphinx here does find the second barrier as well. catMunch enjoyers now actually in the advantage in terms of barriers. They do still need to find a way to get the score into the goal, though, and a clean angle from Snake actually pays it around both Sphinx and Duration to take the barrier. Kainu using the flip here to secure the KO as well. Power play now for the side of Demons RAAAH, trying to set up Snake here, making use of that Asher, but a clean defense from Duration will actually hold on to the point, and Sphinx now with the chance of getting it past Kainu. But Kainu, calm and collected, walks back, keeps the core under control. But it's not fully out yet. It's actually Spring Rolls, and no, never mind though, it's a Sphinx flop then. Gets the goal on Demons RAAAH, and that is the first goal for catMunch enjoyers on Demons.
Yo, that was cheating. I feel like that blob was like stuck to Spring Roll's back, and he just walked on into it and redirected. That sounded like cheating. But honestly, you know what? This gameplay is required for this tournament as we have a really great prize pool and a lot of competition. I mean, Demons RAAAH really playing like there's something at stake here, though. I mean, look at them. They are not trying to mess around right now, and catMunchers is also just trying to get themselves in the game. Spring Rolls, nice death touch there. Really good positioning as well, even though staggered. Was able to get on up there and grab both of those barriers. Good evade to keep themselves alive, too, but the ball is going to go right on in. Kainoob with that drone, man. Perfect angle, too, is going to send that one right onto the bottom side. Jewish Asian just didn't have enough speed, size, or possibly strike cooldown to keep that one alive. And Demons RAAAH is 1 point away from getting on through this round.
Yeah, and you can see that pressure building up almost immediately again, right? One barrier dropping, the second one following shortly here, as now Jewish Asian sitting on an open goal, and then Kainoob with a flip might want to try to set up Snake here. Is going to get a flip soon as well, but not before catMunch enjoyers will take one barrier of their own here. Ai.Mi turret coming out. 3 flips on the side of Demons RAAAH now, so all they need to do is get the core up front. Kainoob actually using the flip for a KO there, but Sphinx punishing that with the barrier take. As Snake now in a 1v2 with flip. It gets defended by Jewish Asian, though. Really great hold from catMunch enjoyers, but in the end, it's not enough to deal with Kainoob and Snake running in as that now Asher. Really well executed from the side of Demons RAAAH.
Yep. Demons RAAAH playing like they really got to get out of here and make sure that this game is secured, and they certainly do a great job of that one. I mean, we've seen this team play so many times, so many different tournaments, and they are tough to beat. But really good effort there for catMunchers. I saw some situations where we really could have had some of those goals, and maybe if they got a little bit more I mean, it is kind of luck, you know, so with some of these drafts. Like, you could just get a draft with like 3 dash perks or something, or 2 dash perks, and like sometimes it's not fully deniable, and you're like, oh, okay, perfect. Maybe with a little bit more draft luck, we could have had a closer game there. Something else happened, but no problem here. We're gonna move on to our next round here, though, and so is Demons RAAAAHH. I mean, tough tournament here, but we're gonna go ahead and keep it going with a lot more strong teams. I mean, we're going to have some good matches coming up as well. I mean, our next round is going to be also pretty interesting. Sloth. What is it again?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure myself either, but I know it's going to be a good round.
It's going to be so good.
It's going to be a round 5 matchup. It's going to be a decider for who's going to be moving on and who not. So do stay tuned for that, as I do think we're going to send it into a short break again.